Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to the regularly scheduled program of my channel. I've been gone for a bit, which is the first time that's happened in 5 years of having this channel. I was feeling really burnt out and just for a variety of reasons, professional reasons with my full-time job, personal reasons, and I just wanted kind of a break and I wanted to reset and take some time to figure out the direction, not just of my channel, but honestly, like of my life, like figure out what I want 2023 to look like. And it's interesting, right? How sometimes you get that instinct of like something needs to change. How do I hit the reset button? And once I do, what do I change, right? So as it pertains to this channel, it's pretty simple. I knew I wanted to create an aesthetic difference versus me sitting at my desk like I have for years, talking to you guys. I figured it was time to kind of, as the content of my channel evolves, I think there's been a shift towards more, if we can say, spiritual conversations, which it's like, what does that even mean, right? But I feel like, as you get older, your thought process and the conversations you want to have become more nuanced, and it's more about thinking beyond the obvious, maybe. Anyway, so I wanted visually my videos to also speak to that. And the funny thing is this, I think it looks pretty nice, but this has always been here. It's just that my desk is right next to this. So you guys have had a very different view than what I actually see sitting at my desk or just sitting around my apartment as I am right now on my couch. So I have some ideas already of things that I want to talk about this year on this channel, but also just personally in terms of resetting and recharging. I said I was feeling pretty burnt out the last few months, so I took a break from a lot of things in life and have been trying to make shifts, active shifts. And it's interesting how sometimes you're frustrated, right, in life, and it's almost like there's a warning, like life sends you a warning of, you need to change, something needs to change. And what I have found in life, particularly this past decade of being an adult, working professionally and being on my own and paying rent and all those things, typically life changes come in patches, right? When it rains, it pours. Like I feel like every time that I've made a drastic move to another home, to another apartment, or to another city, other big changes accompany that. So this feels again like a transitional phase for me, and I'm going through some professional changes, going through some personal changes, and it's a good thing, right? Because change allows old ideas, old processes, old behaviors, old habits to die and new ones to come through, new experiences and new thought processes. And so that's what I'm going through, and I just was not in a good headspace on and off for the last few months, again, for a variety of reasons. But I feel like now I'm coming out on the other side, and now it's like, okay, what's the game plan? Like, how do I set myself up for success this year? How would that look for me? What are the habits that I need to change so that I don't get into that burnt out mindset where I'm frustrated constantly by whatever it is, whether it's dating, whether it's stuff happening at my job, stuff happening at work. Like, how do I get past that? A takeaway for me from going through this introspective process the last few months has been this idea that what you focus on grows, which is something you hear a lot in like spiritual talks, that whatever you focus on grows, whether it's negative, like an insecurity you have, something that's troubling you. If you keep obsessing, typically it gets worse. If nothing else, the thought process gets worse. Your feelings get worse about that thing, but sometimes it really manifests in a physical way that you just spiral down or go down a rabbit hole. But on the flip side, with goals and dreams and setting clear sort of intentions, what you focus on grows. So I'm trying to use that mindset to my advantage so that I stay on the path that I want to be going down versus the path of you know, everything's going fine, and then you hit this hurdle and it leads to a quick burnout, and then you kind of you let that go too far where it breaks your stride. And I think this is I don't know if you guys relate to this, but I feel like this is something I struggle with, that I'm always kind of carrying a lot of plates in the air, and then sometimes I just get drained mentally, emotionally, and then it affects, it's like if I lean too much into it, then the plates start falling, the plates that I'm carrying, because it's like things that I've swept under the rug, frustration, stress, it suddenly all comes out. And that's terrible, because then not only do you get burnt out, but it's like you break the momentum that you've built for yourself. So again, now feeling more confident and more energized, one of my goals is to figure out how the next time I have a big frustration, personally, professionally, or whatever, how do I get over that more quickly? Almost like an illness, right? It's like your body has that ability, right? With the flu or a cold, it's like the next time it's better prepared because it's fought it before. I want to be able to do that with my thoughts and my emotions. Like, how the next time I have a huge trigger, how do I deal with that? How do I process it so that it takes me less time to move on from it than what I've been dealing with the last few months? So that's where I am right now. I hope you guys stick around for the 6th year of this journey for me with my channel. Hope you guys are well. I hope it's been a positive start to the new year. I feel like, I was thinking about this the other day, that I feel like there's still, at least for me, there's still some residual trauma. I'm gonna say lowercase t trauma from the last few years. The hecticness of COVID, of, you know, the political stuff in the United States. I think the last few years have been tough for everybody. And I feel like this is the first year, 2023, this is the first start of the year that we can all kind of like breathe without something big lingering that's affecting us as a collective whole. So I'm trying to lean into that optimism and really set the intention of 2023 being a very, very different year than we've all been dealing with for the last, I don't know, 3 or 4 years at this point.